there folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. And when last we left off, we have dealt with one problem plaguing Ondra's gift, and that is people waylaying patrons of the Salty Mast. We managed to get the price of bitter squash seeds reduced for the Salty Mast, and all we had to do was tell someone to flee, and tell someone else a tiny little lie. Luckily, it wasn't a substantial enough lie that we gained any deceitful reputation, though I imagine enough of them will make that happen. We've also managed to get the medallion for the man from the Glanfath clan, and I believe it is here. This medallion is engraved with ancient Engwithid symbols. Though large and heavy, it hangs gracefully from a gold chain. It gives you +2 might. That would be fantastic for a warrior. And not too bad for us, considering we have a substantial might stat. But we are not going to be using that. We're going to be true to our word and return this to the man in Brackenbury. And I've been wondering whether I should even accept the reward that he gives us. Stalwart sends a plea for assistance. They've been attacked by ogres, and fear they will not last the day. Hopefully they'll be alright. Maybe. They'll certainly be alright until we get there. Presuming we get there. Either way, it's slowly becoming night. What I should probably start doing as well is checking taverns to see if they have stat-boosting foods. Because I can't always rely on a mixture of magic items and rest bonuses to get me the stats I need to complete quests in certain ways. Maybe I should get some food to add to those buffs would be incredibly useful. Presuming, of course, food buffs stack. I don't know if they do. We'll find out in a moment. For now,
yes,
I have a thing for you.
Hail, traveler.
The fancy elf eyes you and your pack. Did you do it? Did you get the medallion from Cyril? We could absolutely lie and say that we didn't. If we had Resolve 19, but we don't. Yes. Thristwin's eyes are as wide and round as the artifact in his hands. You've given my people a gift we couldn't possibly repay. I'll do the best I can, though. He shoves a bag of coin into your hands. This is everything I have. Please, take it. Keep it. Your clan could use it to rebuild. The shattering spear will sing of your kindness for generations to come. If you ever find yourself in Glanfath, please honour us with your visit. Farewell. He hurries out of the inn, his fancy cloak dragging on the ground. Quest completed! Got a small amount of experience. Benevolent +3. Twin Elms neutral. I imagine we got some reputation with them. Now. We lost, what, maybe a couple thousand copper there? We'll get copper elsewhere.
Good day, stranger.
I'd like to see your menu. What do you have? Dragon meat dishes and dragon egg dishes. Wow, that is expensive. 4,000. This gives +1. +2 intellect for 300 seconds. +1 perception. +1 perception. +2 might. +2 constitution. I get one of these. And one of these. And a savoury pie. And this. Just buying one of every meal. Not that one, though. That's a couple of thousand. Yep. We have a small banquet. Now, the question is there a meal that provides a resolve? If there is one that isn't 4,000 odd copper, I haven't found it yet. But that's neither here nor there. Right now, we could probably rest here and get a resolve bonus anyway. I mean, what is our bonus at the moment? Is it a resolve one? No, we have the mechanics one, don't we? We have a mechanics bonus. If we had an item that gave us +3 resolve, currently have one that gives us +2. If we had an item that gave us +3, that is a max endurance bonus. That's of resolve +1, but they don't stack. I need an item that gives you +3, because I think the chapel, if we were to build, I think the chapel gives us +3.
I'm here.
I could go to Caed Nua and get that buff, but we'll see what's here. We need to sleep anyway,
Well met,
probably.
friend.
Let's see your rooms. That's perception and stealth. Okay. Perception and stealth's not what we want. I'm going to go back to Caed Nua, and I'm going to go and get that buff. Then we'll go back to Ondra's gift. And go and look for that missing child. Besides, it'll let time pass, and who knows what'll happen in that time. Caed Nua, only 22 hours. Huh. Maybe something will finish building in that time. Maybe something will finish building. Could always do with spending more money on this fortress that's now ours. Hireling payday! Yay! That is much less of a 15 hours for the hedge maze. Right.
Better indeed.
Indeed it is. Right. Let us rest. There is a +3 resolve bonus. You find yourself back in the space inside the Grieving Mother's mind. It is a familiar place. It is familiar this time. And even though you feel you have seen countless birds from this vantage point, something fills you with unease. The sky has darkened, and the mist has risen from the forest to hem you in. You are trapped. You hear something. The sound is strange, dissonant, like warping metal. You grit your teeth against the noise, and yet, as it rises, the eerie melody drives the numbness from your limbs and clears a space in the mist. You will focus on the chimes. The noise resolves into a dull tone. As it sounds through your bones, you see that your hands are in motion. And once again, you are drawing forth life, something warm and fragile struggling into the world. This scene feels familiar, a moment you have lived and dreamed 1,000 times before, yet something ominous gnaws at the edges. Focus on the woman's cries. The woman should be in pain, the natural pain of childbirth. You know this, but it is faint, distant, and you realize that you're soothing the pain with your mind, smoothing out the eddies of pain and relaxing her thoughts just enough so that she could still push from within, push the child forth. You are taking that pain onto yourself, but the pain has layers. One is a pressure, a familiar, welcoming pain, and the other, it is sharp, a razor at your consciousness, more recent than this memory. As you try to recall how you've reached this place, you feel the same hollowness inside yourself, a pit filled with the clawing winds of a bivouac. The very thought fills you with disquiet, like the memory of a nightmare. We'll focus on my child now. As your hands move, you hear the sound of chimes, clear and sharp. Yet somewhere distant, they seem echoed by something else. Wails of sorrow. Tolling bells? It's impossible to tell. We will draw the child forth. An inexplicable sense of dread fills your soul as the child makes its journey to you, push by push. A malicious presence seems to surround you, and you lean forward to shield the child. At last, the baby emerges, wet and ruddy from its journey. A lifetime seems to have passed as a newborn moved from womb to world, and another seems to pass as you cradle the trembling child, waiting. The child cries out, its cry full of life, full of soul, the chime echoing in its thoughts, filling it with its welcome. The soul is blurred at the edges, as if you are viewing a soul from within a soul, but it is there. It is alive. The woman before you is weeping, and at her first cry, her hands reach out for it. You surrender the child. You surrender the child to her, something you've done many times before, and as your hands move, the dull clangor sounds, and you feel a weight hanging from your wrist. You look down and see bones, tiny and malformed, hanging from a string about your wrist. They're heavier than they should be, and as they clank together, they make a noise like funeral bells. The mother is too intent upon her newborn to pay you any heed, and so you hide your wrist behind your back. She need never know. Can't ever know. As you hide the bone chimes, you shiver, in relief, with premonition, at the chill wind that suddenly sweeps the plateau. It's time to wake up. That was ominous! Yeah, we need to have a chat, Grieving Mother. We need to have a chat.
Your mind comes bearing questions, Watcher.
I have questions for you. Let your mind speak for you. I shall listen past the words. What's that you're wearing on your wrist? She extends her hands, and the small chimes on her wrist sound at the motion, just as they sounded in her memories. The chimes are finely crafted, of white ardra. They are wrapped around the Grieving Mother's wrists with tiny woven braids of hair and different colours, from black to white, brown to blonde. You feel as if you're noticing them for the first time. If the birthing charms were given to newborns, why do you wear a set now?
There was no child to carry it.
And suddenly there is a rasping cry across your consciousness, and you see her flinch, visibly as if struck. She raises her hands, and you see the chimes draped from them, yet they make no sound as she moves. In your memory they look like bones.
And carry the weight of 100 deaths. I know, Watcher.
This is about the Hollowborn, isn't it?
The Hollowborn.
The same chill you felt before is stronger now, as if it's welling up around your feet, to your ankles. You feel a sudden urge to draw away, as if from an unpleasant memory.
The Hollowborn have a future. They can be saved, and the tells spoke of such.
How do you know? Have you seen this future?
They can be saved. They must be saved. You have seen the beauty in childbirth. What good came into the world there on the plateau. You helped me recall it. It is a memory we shared. It is the truth.
In the memory, you hid the chimes on your wrist from the mother. Why? It is not that I hid, but what she saw, she couldn't know. The Grieving Mother squeezes her eyes shut and brings her hands to her ears. You have woven truth for countless mothers. How can I trust what you tell me? Truth is shaped by belief, by choice. It is coaxed from chaos like a child from the womb. No more equivocation. What really happened at the birthing bell?
And what would you consider real, Watcher? The truth that was experienced and remembered? Or the one that burned out only to be swept under the rug and forgotten like ash from a fireplace?
What happened mattered. Forgetting it doesn't make it less real.
And how much of your own life has been lost to the error of memory? How many loves and betrayals were colored with the false hues of emotion? A pity to wonder how much of your own life happened the way you recall.
Let me ask you something else then. I walked in your memories. This time they felt strange. I would see them again. Your vision gives way to waves of feeling. While you feel the jagged marks of violence you passed before, this time the path is easier. There's no resistance, and you set about casually harnessing her memories, focusing on the one you seek. There's a slow rush of warmth in your thoughts enter as before, circling the memory you shared when you first met. You find yourself in the space inside the Grieving Mother's mind. It is familiar. You've seen countless births. Yep, okay. We can just tear away and pull back. Yep. We can do this dialogue. Mixture of curiosity and fear wells up between you. She raises her left hand, the chiming at her wrists quelling and rise within her. She's frightened, but curiosity anchors her.
And what did you see in my memories? I would hear you speak of them.
Never mind, I had other questions I wanted to ask. And there's nothing else we could talk about. Okay.
I'm here.
Addendum added to that quest. Now, it's time for us to go back to Ondra's gift, which will take 22 hours, which will be long enough for the hedge maze to be built. That was an interesting, if worrying, development in Grieving Mother's quest line. She's hiding something from us. A message from Defiance Bay has arrived in Caed Nua. Oh. Prestigious visitor, eh? Well, I guess I'm heading back. I guess I'm heading back to Caed Nua. Well, good news. We can just build something else. A library might be nice. The curio shop might be nice. The training grounds. The woodland trails. You know, let's build the training ground. Or a nice botanical garden. Training ground. Right, that's been built. I guess we're heading back to Caed Nua. Don't mind me. There's a messenger here. Gotta run back. Alright, what's happening here? Speak to the...
That's her indeed.
Indeed. We were just here. Speak to the messenger. Security reports that shades and forest lurkers will attack the stronghold in 5 days. Oh. Well, we're here. We might as well go deal with that. Probably lose more of our guards, but we can always hire them again. First things first, we'll pop in here. A prestigious visitor. Where are they? That's the shock mage. I bear a message from the Ducal Palace.
Yes?
Okay. Pardon the intrusion, milady. Chancellor Warren urgently requests that you meet him at the Charred Barrel in Brackenbury. Is this about Caed Nua again? I don't know. My apologies, milady. I'm merely a messenger. You notice a bead of sweat trickles from the messenger's brow. Why isn't the Chancellor meeting me at the palace? Perhaps the Chancellor is meeting with you in an unofficial capacity. It happens from time to time. The messenger stares at the ground, avoiding eye contact. I'll meet with the Chancellor when I can. The messenger bows stiffly. As he exits the chamber, he gives an audible sigh of relief before the door slams shut behind him. There is something wrong with this meeting. Oh yeah, there is something wrong with this meeting. I think we're being set up. I think we're being set up. But first, before we go to there and see how awful things are going to be, we better deal with these forest lurkers. So, let's have that fight.
Stones and the spirits in this place have begun to heal.
Indeed they have. Right. Resolve the attack manually, please. This is when we lose every single person in our group. It's happening in here, apparently. Right. We absolutely need to charge him. This forest lurker is dangerous.
What?
Yeah, we're doing that to start with.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
I need you to puppet master... Oh no, don't puppet master. Just burn them.
Yes?
You start shooting.
How may I help?
We're gonna do this on the forest lurker. You're gonna charge him. You're gonna shoot the forest lurker. Like that.
Yes.
You're now gonna do that. And oh dear! You took a lot of damage just then. Okay, bit of a problem. Let's do that. That hurt.
What?
You're absolutely going to have to do this to buff us.
Yes?
Where's Biscuit? Biscuit's there. I need this here.
Yes?
You do that. You start shooting. Right, that helps us.
I'm here.
Oh, no, just fire there.
Following your lead.
You're casting some spells. Like that. Oh, that's one down. Excellent. We might have to rest again after this. We might have to rest again. Oh dear. You're still going. You're okay. I think we need... There's another forest lurker here. do that to help out.
Your thoughts must flow deep.
We don't yet have enough for some distraction skeletons. You're doing okay-ish against them. Okay, excellent. That is one nearly down. We do have distraction skeletons. We don't want distraction skeletons just yet, though. We want to use this. Actually, no. Don't use that one. Use the bouncy one. The bouncy one. Okay, you're down. Fantastic. Shoot this one now. Oh no, my mercenary Mindstalker's in trouble.
What?
Okay, what can we do to help here? We can do this to help. Oh, we can also cast... No, not that. Distraction Worms! Okay, okay, Mindstalker is... Yeah, they are gone. Also...
What?
The second Forest Lurker's gone. Right, help out. Are any of our allies left? I'm not sure they are actually... Okay. Korgrak's still here. Oh! 2 of our people did survive. Quite pleased about that. But we are going to have to hire some more people. These attackers.
Hey.
Dangerous. Yep, got some wisps and that. Okay, so... defenders. No, not that one. This we need to hire. So Korgrak survived. You all survived. Give me. Oh, we can hire a Crucible Knight. Yes, hire a Crucible Knight. Hire a. What else do we want to hire here? A Cleric. And also a... Do a Blooded Thug. That gives us 40 security.
I'm here.
Okay, 40 security. We will now save and make our way quickly to the Charred Barrel, where I expect something bad is going to happen. I suspect an ambush to try and eliminate both Chancellor Warren and us. Because if we're gone and the Chancellor's gone, then nothing will stop that guy from reclaiming Caed Nua.
I must say, I'm impressed.
Thanks! We've been working pretty hard on this. Now, we'll just pop over here.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Indeed. Indeed we must. Right, it'll take us another 22 hours to go to Brackenbury. If only that bridge to the north was fixed. It'd be much quicker to get to Defiance Bay. Alright. Charred Barrel is right here. I'm going to save before I go in. There might be a cutscene right away. And we'll just save. Pop inside. And have a chat. How are you doing, Chancellor? Where are you? You are not there. You are not there. There you are. There you are. Hello. Having a drink? Lady Liren, what brings you to Brackenbury? You sent a missive. No, I didn't. I received a missive. From you. The Chancellor sits down his mug of ale and looks at you quizzically. As far as I know, nothing has changed regarding your rightful possession of Caed Nua. You realize that the Charred Barrel has gone quiet, and turn to see the last of the patrons quickly disappearing through the front door. A moment later, a group of armed men and women stride into the tavern. Oh dear. The Chancellor quickly ducks behind the table. Wise! The woman leading the armed group lowers her cowl with one hand while keeping the other on a pistol tucked into her belt. You recognize her immediately. Now that the sheep have been herded from their pen, you and I can conduct our business, unfortunate as it may be. I remember you. You were with Lord Cathbin at the palace. And I you. She grins. Well, I'll admit, With your reputation, I expected someone a little taller. What do you want? Oh, I think you know. Lord Gathbin has ordered your death. She forces a frown. A shame, really. I admire your exploits, even if only half of them are true. Sadly, I have my orders. Gathbin will lose, you know. You should work for me. The man is a swine, albeit noble, wealthy swine. Her lips curl in feigned disgust. Were I to do it again, I doubt I'd have taken in with him. But what's done is done, and Lord Gathbin is as ruthless as he is arrogant. He'll go to great lengths to avenge a betrayal. What could you offer me to make me consider such a risk? A better life, working for an honourable lady. I've heard such stories about you. They can't all be true, can they? She's silent a moment. Tales of your charity, your kindness. But I also see strength in you. But is it enough to best Lord Gathbin? That gamble's too rich for my blood. Still, I think I can tell Gathbin that you didn't take the bait and never showed up here. No need for anyone to die today, eh? She looks to her troops and they nod in agreement. Know this. The day will come soon when you must face Lord Gathbin. I've lived this long by knowing which side to be on. Prove yourself on the battlefield and who knows? Until we meet again, Lirin. Well, that was unexpected. Warren emerges from beneath his table and smooths the rumpled sleeves. It does make the strange reports I've received from the Grasp make more sense in context, however. What haven't you told me? Earl Bedamar decided to keep an eye on Lord Gathbin's activities. Gathbin has been hiring a lot of men recently, but for what purpose we can't say. I'd advise you take extra precautions at Caed Nua. He may be attempting to place spies or saboteurs within your walls. Be wary, Lirin. I don't think you've seen Lord Gathbin's endgame yet. He swallows the rest of his ale and gives you a curt nod before heading for the door. Return to Caed Nua.
I'm here.
Oh. Oh dear. Things are about to get more complicated, I see, but we now must return back to Caed Nua. And when we come back, folks, popping to and fro between Caed Nua and Defiance Bay. If nothing else, this gives us plenty of time to construct all the upgrades we could ever want. This will be 2 security, and then we can build this, which will also be 2 security. We'll have so much security. In fact, eventually, once we built that, we have the library and the curio shop. There's only like 4 more things we can build. Then Caed Nua will be complete. And what a fine keep it will be. Presuming, of course, we can hold on to it. We might not be able to. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not. And if you are subscribed, press that bell for those notifications. And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.